Hello, this is Armin. Welcome to Pirate Radio Broadcast. When I ran for political office to forewarn that Osama bin Laden was going to strike, I also was running to demand that we convene a constitutional convention to reconstruct the courts, the Supreme Court and the lower courts. They have too much legislative power. We are supposed to be a constitutional republic, three co-equal branches of government. The Supreme Court is acting as if they are the only branch of government. They interpret and they legislate and execute executive. I was demanding that we have a constitutional convention where the president has veto power and the presiding officers of the Senate and the House and the Speaker of the House have veto power to override the courts. If we don't agree with their interpretation, we veto and do not execute. They merely interpret the Constitution, but the President and the Congress are three co-equal branches of government. The President should have veto power over the courts. That way we maintain three complete co-equal branches of government. And the courts are not tyranny. They made a decision about dreamers and gay and transgender. I fought against mandates and penalties, Obamacare. I do not trust the courts. They are acting as if they are the law, and there are not two other branches of government. So I think we should have a constitutional convention to create veto power for the president and presiding officers of the Senate and the House and the Speaker of the House. As three co-equal branches of government, not the courts having a tight grip. They should just interpret, and it should be up to the president and the Congress to enforce what they interpret or override what they interpret. We must have three co-equal branches of government, not just the courts. And that's why I was seeking political office. And I think more so today than ever before, we need three co-equal branches of government. We need a constitutional convention to reconstruct the courts and create veto power. So when the courts just interpret, they do not enforce the law. That will protect us from mandates and penalties and the IRS and Obamacare.